No blood, no fire. You know how it's going down.
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Welcome back to your favorite podcast, No Blood, No Fire. What's good, fellas?
What's goody?
Y'all chilling?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Look, I'm Uncle Smooth.
Fago, we and this boy.
What up, though? It's your boy Jay Blood.
And man, we got a special guest today, man. We got somebody, you know what I'm saying, been in London, man. Hello, old friend. You know, been in London winning championships, dog. The champions here.
The
champions here, man. Hey, give it up for Jordan Crawford right now, man.
Big three.
Big three
Man,
champion.
appreciate you.
You know,
Finals MVP.
We gonna bring
Finals
it back.
MVP, you know, presumable league MVP. They haven't announced it yet, but we speak things into existence.
For sure.
How you feeling, bro?
Oh man, I feel good. You know what I'm saying. Just went and got a chip.
Oh yeah, you know, a little jet lag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So the enemies won the Big Three championship for 2023. It was a beautiful event. Ice Cube sprayed y'all. What you was saying, Joe?
Hey, yo.
You had a question? You got a question? You want to start off right? What we doing, dog?
We'll let that sit for a minute,
okay,
man.
Yeah, we got the champagne on ice, man. How you feeling, bro? You good?
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying. Big three. You know what I'm saying. Just did it with Cube. That was great.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know.
We got Sis in here, man.
Yes, sir, man.
He don't stop, he drop, he roll. Why you say it, bro?
Yeah, sizzle when I land on the pan, out pop, rock, and roll. We back.
Yes,
Where we
sir.
at, sis?
Man, we at the crib. We at the crib, man.
Beautiful Craig Cafe, man. Come down and get a cappuccino.
For sure.
Cappuccino,
Spiked.
drink.
By day, yeah, but at night, you know, it's a vibe. It's different. It's different around here, man. That's all I'm saying, man. So a lot's happened since we last talked. I know this, we talked before the Big Three. And since then, of course, I know you was, I believe, a second round draft pick, number 4.
We was like last pick in the whole draft.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So it's
Yeah.
like people sleeping, man. You know what I'm saying? But they woke now. What you think,
yeah.
Big Joe?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to let him talk
Oh
about
yeah,
that, man.
You know, it was fun though. We had the right guys, man. You know what I'm saying? Went right. Q, Nick, you know what I'm saying? Isaiah, Zeke, and Elijah. We just clicked every week. We was taking it serious. You know, I knew from the jump that I was going, if I get, if I'm healthy and I'm showing my skills, I knew it was going to be something for me. But then each week, it just took a life of its own. We just was like, man, let's go and sneak this one out, man.
Yeah.
Let's get this.
This is the first ring for the enemies, too.
Yeah. And what I like about the Big Three, man, is, it's real. You know what I'm saying? It's still got that real basketball feel.
Yeah.
They out there slugging it out on the court. We went to the game, you know what I'm saying? On the
And they was letting fouls go. They was letting them play.
Right, man. And just talk about that. Like, how did y'all start the bond? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, so I played two games with him last year. And, of course, I knew Nick back when we played with the Wizards. So, I mean, I just knew, at least coming into this year, I knew what the vibe of the Big Three was. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I already know what the vibe was. I'm preparing for stuff that, I know is coming. And then on top of that, when they seen me taking it serious, I think each week, me performing well and they seeing, people starting to notice what I'm doing. Yeah. I think they started really locking in. And then by, the season, it's 10 weeks. And it's one game a week, so it is a long season. It's dragged out. So you know what I'm saying, it's time to really mesh and really understand what everybody doing.
All right, who's your trainer in them 10 weeks, man? Who's your trainer, baby?
Who was it?
Fago,
We in here,
man.
baby.
Fago,
You in here, man. I need a ring, don't I? I need a ring, bro.
Technically.
Technically.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I seen you too. You had the bungee, you know what I'm saying, little bungee joints and all that, bro.
They was at Franklin. They was in the backyard getting it in.
It was
I just
everywhere,
like, damn,
bro.
this
And
boy's working.
And that what was crazy because, training them and seeing how serious he was taking it. And like, you know how that, it's kind of like overseas, when you're not playing in like more than one league, when you got that one game a week.
Yeah.
And once that game over that weekend, you got to prepare for the next game and you got to stay focused through all the distractions through the week because they not really holding practices, more than once a week. You know what I'm saying? So him to be that locked in every day, even after success, at this age, You know what I'm saying? After you have some success or whatever, it's hard to keep that hunger and that focus.
Yeah, that's the hard. Yeah, keeping that hunger and focus causes stress because you really like, man, I don't really want to go out here and outperform what I just did. And then, you know, like I said, it was building up. Like everything was important. Like it was important I make it to Detroit. It was important we win at first so we can make it to Detroit. Once we got to Detroit, it was like it's important I play good in Detroit. Yeah. Then it was like, oh, man, it's a game before the championship in D.C. back where I played. So it just started getting crazy, and I was already getting the feel by then and everything. Like everything was becoming natural, so it was like it was hard to keep that focus. It was stressful to do it, but if you do it and you get on the court, you know, that it becomes natural and you just succeed. It's instincts take over.
That's fire.
Yo, so when did you actually feel like, man, like y'all chemistry, y'all started clicking? Like when y'all felt like, damn, yo, we got a chance to go ahead and take this joint. You know
yeah, I mean, I knew we started taking it serious week 4 where it was like, we need this one. No, it was week 5. We had to win to get to 2-2 the week before in Memphis. Okay. So when we got to 2-2 going into Miami, everybody wanted to go to Miami. Naturally, it's Miami. Yeah. And then it was like, oh, if we win this one, we 3-2. Yeah. And, you know, we was getting closer to Detroit in my mind. So, but it was at the time there, like going into week 5, everybody like, hey, you know what I'm saying, let's go and get this. But then that's when we really started bonding. Because even after that win, I had the bottle in the locker room after the game. So we drinking after the win. And then we going into week 6, like, oh, we can sneak this one too. Yeah. Win that one, and Nick Young bring the Black and Miles. And we started sparking them up in the locker room. So, like, everybody started, like, being around each other, and that's when it took off.
Yeah. So let's talk about Jordan Crawford, man. I think, you know, it's no secret that, you know, I think a lot of people get the wrong impression about you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And watch you through the big 3. And just like we talked about how serious you took it every, you know, day and every week and in between. But it was a point in the season where, you know, y'all were doing pretty good, but y'all was starting to get, you know, some attention as one of the favorites or whatever. And y'all had a bit of a skirmish as a team. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think this is where people get you know, misconstrued as far as how serious you take the game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And being the big 3 and then being like you able to be real, but even sometimes they didn't know where you stood as far as reacting that way and wanting to win. Yeah, but I think ultimately, you know, that was the change in your season to really go after it and come together and win. So talk about that. Like, y'all winners now. You know, everybody stood, you know, 10.
Yeah. In Charlotte, the week before Detroit, we lost to Mike Beasley and them, and we got into it because it was just like we was winning, but we was still getting away with winning just because we was making so many shots. Okay. And we was getting to 50. But it was really like, hey, if we really want to win this, when they get to them games, we got to know, like, what's going on. So me and Isaiah did get into it.
Shout out to Isaiah, man.
Yeah, shout out to Isaiah Austin because he was hooping. Yeah. And he really got on some, like, I'm the big man, I got whatever y'all want. That you know, he got on that. Yeah. But everybody wanted to score because scoring looked cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, okay, we got into it a little bit. It wasn't really, it was getting into it because it was things that needed to get talked out. Like, hey, you can go one-on-one, but just know if you ain't got no chance of making a shot, let's not waste the possession. Right. Let's, you know what I'm saying, hand it back off, then I'll get you a catch and shoot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, on the kickback or something. But we got into it on like a more like real quick, didn't get to explain it out, but I'm like, man, waving them off and all that. But we got into the locker room after, he was like on some like, man, you can't wave me off in front of cameras. And I felt that because I was like, I wasn't really doing it for the cameras. I'm really just like mad. Like, because I'm trying to get the team right. Mm-hmm. But him being able to talk about it and find out what I was on and me find out what he was on, it really locked everybody in. And everybody was like, man, this the role. If Jordan gonna make all them shots and do all that, I'm gonna do all the little stuff, and I'm gonna score when I need to score. And it was crazy because everybody locked in where it was like, he ain't got to say no more.
Yeah. But that's great though. But at that moment, how did the outside people look at it?
They probably would have looked at it like they arguing and, it looked crazy. Like, you know, nothing getting accomplished.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's really just the kind of competitiveness of understanding what needs to happen. So, you know what I'm saying? For the bigger picture.
Yeah.
That's major, bro. Like to kind of understand that at the end of the day, really just got to communicate. You know what I'm saying? Communication. That go a long way. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
so that's
blood,
something that
and-
the youngest got to know that.
And sometimes, like, them disagreements, I ain't gonna even call it a fight. Them disagreements is what help a relationship go further. Because you see exactly how somebody feel. You see what type of time they on. You see if they on some bullshit. You see if they real. So in this situation, y'all both had the same common goal. I want to win. But it's like, he like, yo, don't do this. And it's like, y'all can talk and build as opposed to some other shit.
That was my whole problem, too, in the league. It was like, coaches would be like, my door open. And it's like, I ain't really had nothing to talk about because I ain't playing. It ain't like I'm mad but it's like we ain't got nothing to talk about because.
Right.
But it really, my dope, and they want you to go talk. But I ain't know how to just go talk to somebody where it was like, I mean, you know what's wrong. We ain't got, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm always team effort. You know what I'm saying? It's always what's best for the team. You know what I'm saying? Even me saying I want to play, it's because I'm saying that this is what's best for the team.
I can help y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can help. It's strictly in that way. And this Big Three got to show that because it was like, you know, Nick was the coach, and Nick coach of the year, did a great job. You know what I'm saying? But he was even seeing like, damn, you ain't just out here just trying to score and do codes. You trying to get people in line.
Yeah.
And him seeing that, he was starting to support me, and that made everybody like come together and was like, nah, we can do this.
Yeah, the momentum, you could see it. I felt like the momentum like was like building. Like you was saying, you was trying to like match your last week's effort. But it's like the momentum kept building. And we talked a little bit like just as far as like, you know, the training regimen and all that. And just by the time you get to the playoffs, it's like you back in like mid-season mode. You know what I'm saying? Where everything clicking. So I think like that's another thing to like, that's why y'all won. I felt like you was on kill mode.
Yeah, for sure.
61% from the 3-point line.
That's
That's
retarded.
crazy.
It's retarded.
That translate.
Yeah.
The floaters, the little quick runners, you know, in the lane, that translate. It translate.
I made more shots than I missed overall in 10 weeks. I made more shots than I missed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Efficiency. So, I mean.
20 more shots than I missed, too. Exactly.
20 to be exact. Okay, so let me just say what I want to say.
Go ahead.
On Bleacher Report, I'm just chilling today. You know, I'm just, you know, reading the news. You know, I go to Bleacher Report, a couple other spots. And I see an article about my dog, Jordan Crawford. You know what I mean? Just talking about a lot of fans are calling for training camp invites from their favorite teams. You're seeing people from all across the country like, yo, he need to come play for this, you know, all that. And they showed all the little Twitter feeds. And I feel like it's a real possibility that some teams gonna be calling the agent. You know what I'm saying? You the agent right now? I mean, what's going on?
I don't know what's going on.
Clutch Sports, Clutch, where you at, Clutch?
I play my role, man.
Hey, man,
I'm
let's
the
get Clutch
trainer,
on the
man.
line.
I'm the trainer,
Okay.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the
Hey, man, look,
inner details,
I
man.
want Rich Paul. We gotta get Rich Paul on the line right quick.
Say, man, look, all I want to say is that no blood, no foul. Been calling this for the last year and a half, bro.
Troy Weaver, where you at?
Troy, bro,
where you at?
Troy, why you weaving, man?
Come on, man.
Troy, why you weaving, man?
Yesterday's price.
Oh, man. For sure.
It's not today's price, but you better hurry up with playing,
Come
man.
on, man.
So what? How you feel about that? See, it's just all of that.
I mean, I knew, you know what I'm saying, that was, jumping in the Big Three was a dope opportunity, you know what I'm saying, general, like, because you're going to be playing basketball on the big stage. Yeah. So, but I knew if I did what I was thinking I was going to do in the Big Three, this was going to come about. But, I mean, well, you know, whatever happens. You know, I mean, you can see, I'm on CBS, man. They can see me. They see what's going on.
Keep one eye open like CBS, I told
they
you.
can see what's going on. I mean,
Man, hey, yo, speak on Ice Cube and like what he doing, what he's creating with the Big Three, man. Because honestly, when that was my first time actually going to the game this year, like to an actual game, and I was impressed, man, by what he had at the game, what he had to offer. Like at the wheel call, he had the NFTs. You know, you can get in with an NFT or what. I'm like, damn, this is next level. No, ain't nobody thinking like this. You know what I'm saying? He brought the stars out. You know what I mean? I'm a '90s guy, '90s R&B, '90s rap. I see you
talking about Brownstone.
I said Brownstone. They got Brownstone. Brownstone, Royce.
I didn't even know that was
Steve
her,
Smith,
cuz.
man. So
Peasy,
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Peasy,
Peasy
bro.
was in there.
Like, so I was like, and the people that we invited to the game really enjoyed themselves, had a good time, man. So just talk about like the Big Three and what Cube doing, like what he created.
Man, it's hard. It's hard. I mean, everything about it, top of the, you know what I'm saying, top shelf.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You getting treated nice. You getting pampered. You know what I'm saying? First class flights, nice hotel rooms, all that.
Yeah.
Per diem. You know what I'm saying? You can't ask for much more. You know what I'm saying? For real. For somebody that's basically still a startup, but everything about it legit. The basketball legit, competitiveness. You know what I'm saying? What it takes to win. He's fighting so much. So for it to come together like it's coming while still fighting all these powers that be, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Gatekeepers.
And then also you can see it's basketball. You gonna know how, you gotta know how to play basketball. What he likes saying is, like it ain't no specialist league. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just come out here and play some defense. Now you're gonna have to score.
You gotta score.
You can't just shoot. You're gonna have to get to the hole if you want a bucket.
You can't hide on 3.
Yeah, you can't hide
Hide
through.
on 3-on-3, bro.
So everything about it, that one-on-one, it's crazy.
That 1-on-1 for the
when
point.
the fire go off?
Yeah,
I
like
that.
it's really a call out. Like he calling you out.
Hey, I had to salute you, though. You
Yeah.
held it down in the city, man.
for sure.
Took about
tried to
100
post,
dribbles
you
trying to
feel me?
post
Like,
my
5 seconds.
I'll take the bus, bro.
Yeah,
We got
for
to
sure.
stop, baby. I was like, hell yeah.
Back to the
that's
5
live.
seconds. What's up? They don't call that? Like,
And now they don't call.
Right.
Man, they don't call a lot.
Yeah.
It's basketball. But yeah, like what he, you know what I'm saying? You only see it getting better. You come to hotels, it be groupies, everything. It be, you know what I'm saying? It be a following with that big 3. It's a following. So, I mean, it's legit.
And one thing I really respect is that Cube, I think this is, I don't know what year this is of the big 3.
This was the fifth.
Fifth year.
Or
It's the
sixth.
six.
Six, yeah.
6th year of the big 3. You ain't never had one player come out and complain about anything. The whole time, in my opinion, I ain't heard nothing but just positive things to what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Being able to play 3-on-3 and, you know what I'm saying, these major arenas, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy, bro.
something. And then, like, if you compare, like, the big 3 when it first launched, when they necessarily weren't the biggest threat, I remember people talking about it and it being all this love, but now that it's growing and steady growing, it's like mum's the word, bro. Ain't nobody saying nothing about it because the gatekeepers. So it's like, I salute that. And it's like, that made me want to root for it even more, follow it, make sure I'm tapped in on what's going on. So I wanted to ask about the players in the big 3. Like, it was some good competition, I felt like. Is it any players that, like, you know what I'm saying, whether it's a Hezzy guy or somebody else that, like, had game that surprised you that you feel is nice?
I mean, you know, going against Mike Beasley, I felt, and going against Joe, you know what I'm saying, you feel like that more of that one-on-one pressure. Like, I got to outplay him
Absolutely.
to win. You know what I'm saying? So it feel like old school basketball, like some outside stuff a little bit too. Like that factors in.
Like your pride, your manhood on the line.
Yeah.
Kinda like, Joe ain't about to come out here and get 30. I only got 12. Like,
Yeah, it's over with.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
they about
over.
to show all them highlights of him getting that 30. All that. Yeah.
Let's dig into the one of my favorite games is when you played the trilogy. So talk about that story of what was your mindset going into it, and you know what I'm saying, what you felt to prove. I mean, what you had to prove. You know what I'm saying? What was the opposition like?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's what's dope about the big 3. Like, even with them bringing like Hezzy God in and Frank Sessions, like you still got that street ball versus pro stigma. So they gonna want to see that. So that's on the line. And I'm thinking about all this. Even though I don't want to. Like, I did enough for real. I just killed in Detroit, man. I ain't gotta do no more. But now I'm back in DC where I play, and I'm gonna play again. I'd be damned if I let Hezzy,
Go crazy.
you know what I'm saying? But he been killing. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, step up. So that was the mentality, and I was just knowing I was sharp. And I was knowing shooting, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to eliminate the misses by just shooting the shots I know I'm going to make. And then I'm going to get to feeling myself a little bit, shoot some crazy ones, but I'm knowing I'm going to make them. So it was just being sharp. Like, I was going into it just knowing.
Did you ruffle any feathers?
My boy want to get into that. I mean, I had to let folks know I was too good for the league, man. I was too good for the league. You know what I'm saying? I was getting on that when I was playing. It's too good for the league. Then, you know, my boy Steven Jack got mad at that one.
Yeah,
But it was fun.
and the whole purpose of me like really trying to bring some of this out is just you highlighting what Ice Cube is building as far as a legitimate league. And I think sometimes people don't realize, you know what I'm saying, because we've been conditioned to only approve one league as far as the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we here playing in the big three.
For sure. This is the
This
league.
is the league.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? You heard him saying that in the championship game. You know what I'm saying? And I really like, I love Steve Jack, what he doing. You know what I'm saying? With, all the smoke, you know what I'm saying? And all that. What he's standing for outside of basketball and all that. And when you in your mission, sometimes you don't really, sometimes you got to open your mind up to see the bigger mission.
I was in my mission. That's what I think the Big Three seen in general as I went through the Big Three. I was on my mission, and I seen the Big Three was a big enough platform and a great platform, and it represented me. And I'm about to take advantage of every second of it. Well, y'all think I'm playing. Yeah. And now y'all going to see that this equal up to whatever's out there because I'm showing y'all how legit this is. Yeah. That was my mentality. For sure.
Yeah, we love the NBA.
Yeah, we love everything.
We love the Big Three. Most of all, we love basketball.
We love basketball.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, so it's room for, the NBA going to be here forever. The Big Three can be here forever.
The NBA is why I get respect in gyms across the country because I played in the NBA. So people will always know me, see me because of the NBA. I love the NBA. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand, when you seeing what you seeing, that's what it is. Don't try to, you know what I'm saying? Don't say, because it ain't an NBA or because what the NBA says is the only thing that's right. When it's like, nah, use your eyes and see what's right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them tell you what's right, and then you just out here tripping.
You know what I'm saying?
For real though, but that's the mission.
This is the league, man.
This is the league.
This is
the league. And that's what people don't understand too, is like, we grew up like the NBA was already going for 30 years, 40 years when we were born.
50, right?
It's when they was having their first championship games, what y'all think it looked like? It started somewhere.
Tape delay.
And it probably ain't start looking this good at 6 years. You feel me?
Hell no.
So you know what I'm saying?
Man, hey, so let's circle back to Detroit. Let's circle back to Detroit because the city, that day y'all played in Detroit, man, the city came out. Yeah. And I felt like everybody knew, you know what I'm saying, that Sizzle was here. You know what I'm saying? He was home, bro. Yeah. Talk about that, like what that meant to you to be able to play in the Big Three in front of the hometown and that performance that day, man.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. It was like I wanted it to happen. Like before the Big Three started, I was already thinking about it's in Little Caesars, Big Three.
Circled on the calendar.
Yeah, that was already circled. But when it became reality, it was like, damn. And it felt like it's supposed to be happening. I'm 34 now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a lot that didn't happen in my career. So, it felt like it was supposed to happen. So, it felt, everything felt right about it. But you still don't know how it's going to go. Yeah. And I was doing a lot that week. We was getting the cred open for a soft opening for the Big Three and all that. So
amazing, by the way.
Man, appreciate it.
Amazing event.
Amazing event.
Amazing event, bro.
Yeah, man. That's what we trying to provide for sure. But so when the game happened though, you don't know how it's gonna go. And I just caught my rhythm. And the city got to, see Sizzle. Yeah, they got to see him.
Man, I loved it, bro, because we got that all access. That was, No Blood, No Foul, our first professional league, all access, media pass. I'm in the locker room, interview with Jordan, dog. That was a dream come true for us. You know what I'm saying? Like in my mind, and then, we kind of got to see the camaraderie then. You know what I'm saying? It felt like a good vibe in that locker room. I'm like, okay, I think they're gonna win.
Yeah, great vibe after the win, man.
Everybody was like, you could just feel it, and I just enjoyed it, bro. And then after the fact, I talked to you for a quick second about it, but seeing moms, you know what I'm saying, just so happy, bro. The family out. Yeah. I'm like, to me, that's championship shape. Yeah, that's what we do it for.
Sure. And that's the crazy thing about it is that was our championship. Yeah, Detroit was enough alone. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't even really like, of course he gonna go and put his best foot forward every game, but it's like, dog,
It's for the city.
That was not easy.
this man had been through so much. It's like that's why he can see an opportunity more than somebody else can as far as cherishing the big three because he done been to the highest, to the lows, back to the high, fighting back to the high. So it's like, just to be, opening this building, you know what I'm saying, while he trying to play in front of hometown crowd was a championship, like y'all said. Like, we just want to play in front of Derek Coleman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Derek Coleman came and dapped me like, your brother was killing. That was enough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
This
Like,
is the moments, bro.
One of the highlights for me was seeing your son Dap Jordan.
That was dope.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I got that eye. Hey Vince, maybe I should be behind the camera because I seen it around. I'm like, oh, that's okay. Here it come. And I was
That
like, right
was
behind
dope.
y'all. I zoned out, man.
that was
Man.
dope.
And all of
That
it
was my
was like,
favorite
that's what
bubble,
was
too.
crazy about being in Detroit. It was like, it seemed like it wasn't supposed to happen, but it was happening, but it felt right too. So it was like, I'm going to just keep going with it. And I was already had my rhythm in terms of my game. So
Just gonna ride this
once I
wave.
did hit that first shot, it was like, ooh, I already got my first bucket out the way.
Right.
Yeah, like, ooh. So
Get ugly early.
Yeah, it's over with. But that's how every game was going, especially after that. Even that trilogy game, it was like to hit that last second shot like that. It's like that went in too. Yeah. What's going on? Yeah. Like that went in too.
Yeah. So we're going to I don't even know if we want to call this fast forward or rewind, but I do want to talk about what, the reason why you cherish the opportunity with the Big Three and the championship so much. So to rewind it back to playing in Boston, you know what I'm saying? And, how did playing in Boston, playing under a new coach, Brad Stevens, and having the pressure of, even though it's a new coach, even though it's a new scene and new players, Boston still holds a standard of championship.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter about all those excuses.
Especially with the fans.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With the fans or whatever. So just talk about that, that situation or that time.
I mean, Boston was especially the second year when I started off the year in Boston. When I got to even be the starting point guard, because I ain't get to have a franchise, but I got to be the starting point guard for like 29 minutes a game for like the month, 2 months before I got traded. Mm-hmm. That was my first time getting that. So what I look back on it now is like, man, if I would have just got anywhere where I could show everybody, where I could be comfortable, where I could just learn, like I'm learning this situation of starting, okay, how I come off. I can't come off scoring right away. Can't come off being too passive. Once I learned the ups and downs of that, I didn't even get to learn it. I got traded before. But like, you know what I'm saying? Being able to, the Big Three got to show everybody just like how of a complete player I am. Yeah. I don't just go out and get buckets. I think the game 24/7. And that's what I never got to show in all these situations, including Boston or Pelicans, whatever. Yeah. It's like, I don't want to just go out there and shoot and do crossovers. Y'all think I'm just trying to get buckets. Yeah. It's like,
you don't want to be known as a scorer.
Like I'm scoring for a reason right now. So next time when I come off this, y'all going to both help. And we're going to get an easier bucket than me fading away over two people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And throughout that pressure, you still managed to start off the season strong with winning player of the month.
Yeah, player of the week.
Know what I mean? Player of the week.
Yeah.
And then, y'all beat some good teams too. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like y'all was a bust of a team.
Yeah, like I was a guy, actually, my NBA career, I was supposed to average like 3.2 points, 2 rebounds, 1.6 assists or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I stretched out all my opportunities by just pushing the gas. You know what I'm saying? Like me averaging 13 points on 40% shooting because I was just going out there getting it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to go out there and get it. I couldn't go out there and really just play basketball. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the Big Three got to show. But,
and then in the midst of that, you get traded to the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And before the season, you going into the Boston, like, okay, I got a chance to start. Yeah. I'm doing pretty well, and you get traded. and now you're trying to adjust, not knowing your role under Mark Jackson, and you know what I'm saying, a rising superstar with Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Like, how did that situation go?
I mean, you realize you put back to the back. Well, like me, I took everything too serious because if I look back on now, I would have been like, man, all right, they only give me 16 minutes. It's better not to care, so you ain't showing your emotion for real.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it was just like you just gotta, you know what I'm saying? You're not in control. You're not in control of your situation. Mm-hmm. That's what it showed. But I took advantage of that opportunity too. You know what I'm saying? But I know Mark Jackson left and Steve Kerr was getting the job. And then in the summer, Steve Kerr wanted to meet with me. I didn't even meet with him. I didn't even meet with him. Like he was just wanting to meet with everybody. But I didn't do it because I was so frustrated with the NBA by this time. It was like, I mean, they gonna do what they gonna do. Like they seen what I do on the court. Like I scored 40 when I got the opportunity. I scored 12 in 12 minutes in the game 7. That game 7 of the Warriors. If my fans go back and look at that, I scored in the game 7. I scored 12 points in 12 minutes. 8 of them points came in the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter of a game 7, and I got subbed out. Didn't get back in. We up. I scored 8 points in 2 minutes. It's 8:59 on the clock when I'm subbed out. So it was like 4 minutes, whatever. No, it was like 10:59, I think. It said 9:59. 9:59 on the clock. I had 8 points in them 2 minutes.
That's crazy.
And I got subbed in the game 7.
And that, like, I feel like that kind of leave you like searching for your moment.
Yeah.
And then I was in China
You
after
feel like
that.
you deserve your moment.
Yeah.
And they take it.
And I brought that up just to show the kind of emotional roller coaster of starting the season with Boston. And I didn't even go back to the Wizards because he got traded to Boston. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? And then you with Boston, you start, you know what I'm saying? Then you're playing good, you're the player of the week. Then you get traded, and then you don't know your role. And then it's like you got to have you don't really have to. You know what I'm talking about as far as when you got that call from Steve Kerr and he want to talk again. It's like, I don't really trust nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you want to do and sit down with me to feed me a bunch of bullshit.
For the okie doke, you know what I'm saying?
And even we ain't even talk about my Pelicans situation. You know what I'm saying? So that's why all these situations do make me a Big 3 situation like this happen, because I do realize, like, no, this always been what it is. Big 3 got to show everybody what player I always been, for real.
And I feel like I want to, like, we was talking like Pistons and all that, but I'm like, man, I want to see him on a contender, bro. I mean, you know, I don't know how much you want to talk about that, but like, it's different spots where I feel like
it'll be a team. It'll be tough. It'll be a team that really, really want to win. They want all their spots filled with
solid players,
veteran players. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Somebody actually like me, for real. But I mean, they see what's going on.
I mean, what you accomplishing this, like, I mean, this major, you know what I'm saying? Big 3 championship, MVP. I mean, you've been cooking for the last couple of weeks consistently where, like, your name been buzzing. Like, so, like, what are you looking for afterwards? Nah, like what you just kind of, like, letting the chips fall as they may, or you like, man, it's that time,
I mean, for real, man, you know, Cube get on the line. It could be some only the Big 3. You know what I'm saying? I can't play nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm tied into the Big 3, man. You know what I'm saying?
Family time.
Yeah, you know.
numbers.
So, you know.
Talking numbers.
Indeed.
But, I mean, any, you know, dope situations where it's like, you know, it's just the thing about the Big 3, I got to display my ultimate talent because it wasn't too stressful, too. You know what I'm saying? I was still at home, still getting to be home. So that made it where, you know, y'all got to see me as me. So, you know, situations that's, you know, feel worth it, and just, you know, we're going to always show up and put our best foot forward.
Sir. And I want to talk about the Pelican situation. I ain't going to let you kind of just breeze over that like that because, you know, you're talking about like the Big 3 let, you know, people see your total game. I think it was the whole situation as far as, finishing and winning and stuff like that. But when you play for the Pelicans, it was some of the best basketball I seen you play.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy. Like I just talked for a minute because I know he just trying to chill with it a little bit. But you got called first. You got the call from the Pelicans from the Grand Rapids G League Pistons team.
Yeah, and I was,
you know what I'm saying? So he was the Pistons should have really called him up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He get called by the Pelicans. He go to the Pelicans. His first game, he scored 19 points. 19 points, like
off the rip,
straight, like off the flight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Throw him in the game, and this hezzy and hit a 2. I'm like, he gonna shoot. That's his first shot. You know how hard that is. Like when you playing with a new team and you trying to feel. I'm like, damn, that's his first shot. He go for 19, and what was crazy about that is, as soon as he got there, kind of like what he did with the enemies, is he kind of garnered everybody together. Cousins. AD, everybody, and they went on a winning streak. You know what I'm saying? And it saved who job?
Alvin Gentry.
It saved Alvin Gentry, bro.
Damn.
Like this is how crazy he was killing. Like he was killing. Like, and they was putting him in to win, and he'll get 10 straight points. They win the game. You know what I'm saying? Or throw a oop to AD or whatever.
Yeah, I wasn't missing no shots then. I scored double figures 19 out of 20 games. It was the third leading scorer on the team for the rest of them games, and I wasn't missing. And I was only doing, and you know what I'm saying, it was just on some, I know what you know what I'm saying, I'm comfortable being with anybody. When my opportunity come, I'm going to make the shot. You know what I'm saying? But even after that, I did that. They wanted to make me play Summer League just to humiliate me. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to really be on.
Let's break this down, baby.
Yeah,
I want you.
It's like they're trying to put you in your place type.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. On some like,
I'm 10-year pro.
Yeah.
Why do I got to play something?
That don't make no sense.
And he just saved this man's job. Now that's what they didn't want to talk about.
So then they changed my contract from being guaranteed to non-guaranteed going into the next year, and then I went into the next year and killed on ESPN against.
Hold on,
State.
you going too fast. I gotta tell the story, bro. I gotta tell the story because this is not a bitter story.
Yeah, ain't nothing.
You know what I'm
about
saying?
this
This is I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is not a bitter
This is
story.
just understanding resiliency and you know what I'm
And
saying?
being before your time, because it's a lot of stuff we gotta talk about, bro. You just, you know what I'm saying? Because as far as at that point is, you say the man job, you go, they offer you a contract for the end of the year and next year guaranteed, and I guess it would have been guaranteed. I forgot at a certain point in the summer it's supposed to be guaranteed.
Yeah.
They called the day before and said they wanted to switch it up. Now the reason why they was doing this is because some of it was they want to put him in his place, and some of it was some of the stories that was going around about you, untrue things. You know what I'm saying, or putting them in the wrong box, or just viewing them a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
and stuff like that.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it stemmed from what I said earlier is just being competitive and wanting to win now.
Yeah.
In the business of basketball all the time, that's not good.
True.
Because people just getting jobs, and you got somebody that think y'all can win today, and we already told the management we'll be good in 3 years.
Yeah.
Ain't no rush.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you win today from day one, then the expectations go up higher. Year two. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was a part of it, and they thinking like, because he's gonna say just like the situation, he's gonna yell at a teammate like, "Yes, who?
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm talking to AD.
Yeah.
Let's who? You know what I'm saying?" And a lot of times that don't come off right in a professional environment, even though it's still supposed to be competitive and win. You know, it's supposed to be going for a championship.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's always been what made people uncomfortable with me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always a lot of those situations happen. A lot of those situations where it's like, no, I'm on some let's hoop. But they really on some just not right now, Jordan, not right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Just relax. And
Yeah. So
take it easy.
yeah, but that Pelican situation, it's some of the wildest stuff that happened. Because I mean, for sure, I got cut 2 games in because I was killing too much.
That's
and
what
they
I
cut
wanted
me
to
for
talk
5
about,
months,
yeah.
then brought me back, and I killed the first game back.
Damn. Hold on. You skipping. I'm saying it because, okay, I don't know if we want to drop the name,
I could,
but a player
the
that
number,
was.
let's talk the number 55. If they hoop heads, they gonna know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I don't know, but man,
What happened?
as
Why I
far
got
as when
cut?
when you got cut,
I mean, it was so they like each one had went and told them like, man, we want Jordan Crawford should start because he can play with AD and DeMarcus and Drew Holiday. He can still get his buckets.
Yeah.
And Drew Holiday had just got the 126. Each one just got the 44. And I was playing better. And we had expectations going into that year.
Right.
So we had to win from day one.
remember
We was already 0-2. But I just killed it. ESPN. I'm shooting from half court.
You going against Steph Curry?
Yeah, and I'm
you was
shooting
at
from-
that. Was you at that
Yeah,
boy?
I was at
he veered off the play and tried to post Steph like, give me that. No, come on, talk that shit.
Yeah, I was just trying to. I was killing, but I was shooting from half court. I mean, I was doing everything. I could have, you know what I'm saying? They would just gave me the ball. I could have won that game for real.
Yeah.
But I got cut the next day. They brought me. Soon as each one said this to them coaches, they brought me in the office and I got cut.
Damn.
I was cut. And then I went back. Before I went back, I did a workout with the team. I had to do a workout with New Orleans against some G League players that's been in shape playing. I was at home this whole year.
Yeah.
I had to do 2-on-2 full court with some G League players in shape. Killed them and laid down on the floor. They all laughing because I was still killing.
And mind you, they called him on the couch. He was on the couch. We sitting together on the couch, and he got cut at the beginning of the year. They called him back right before they going into playoffs.
Right for that deadline.
Like, oh, we got to play good. We gonna call him.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking like this emotion. I'm just thinking like, bro, how is he supposed to play good, bro? You know what I'm
that
saying?
workout, they didn't call me right away. Didn't call me like a week later, signed me, and went into the Suns.
Yeah, he came off the couch like the next day. So say we sitting like this. We don't know he about to get a call. He get a call like phone ring. This nigga don't tell you who on the phone right away or after. He'll talk and then just hang up and wait a little bit, walk around, and he'd be like, that was the Pelicans. You feel he do some shit like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, like-
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he fly out like the next day. So, we've been kicking it, you know what I'm saying, doing all kind of shit. I mean, he's still getting his work in. He's
Yeah,
still
I'm
doing this
hooping.
shit.
Yeah.
But you got to think how high of a moment you go from playing Steph Curry, wanting to compete against Steph Curry, playing good, then you get cut the next day, and then you just back in Detroit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, he getting his work in and everything, but you also trying to ease your mind.
Mental, yeah.
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? So he on the couch for real. Like, he's still working out, but he's still on the couch. They call him. The next day he fly out, they playing Phoenix, bro. So now I'm sitting there on his couch without him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting on the couch, turn on the game, bro. They throw him in the game, bro. Make 3 threes straight. Like this is facts, bro.
Right.
Like on the break threes too. Like like it's 1-on-1. I'ma step back and shoot a tray, like that. And that's when I was like,
talking to their bench and then going to hit the tray, then laughing at their bench, and like scored 13 in like 8 minutes. Then that's the year when I had the playoff game when I had the garbage minutes, the last 7 minutes, and I had 14 in 7 minutes, and they didn't play me after game 1. And Alvin Gentry told my partner, who was like a rookie on the team, like, man, he ain't gonna never play in the league again.
that's what Alvin Gentry told.
Alvin Gentry told my man. My man came and told me, like, he just said it. Like, he was behind me probably like 20 steps when it happened. But all this has happened in the NBA to me.
But see, let's slow that down.
This ain't no bitterness.
Let's slow this down because
Yeah.
he don't remember this part, and he wasn't wrong. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't wrong, but after he scored that 14 points in like 7 minutes, like this is they playing Golden State. He scored like how they throw it in. They know they're gonna lose the game or whatever, but he go score 14 and 7. So he's like, okay,
He need to play next
maybe he
game.
need to play next game.
Yeah.
See, he ain't do nothing wrong. He just was like, yo,
didn't
if you're
take
gonna
it
play me, man. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I didn't play the rest of that series. That was my last game, and it's like That's some crazy. If you really look at these things, you see my whole thing about the NBA has always been, now let's make sure the game is right. Like if it's an opportunity where it's a New Orleans team that might beat this KD and Steph team, let's see it because that's only going to make the game better.
Exactly.
It ain't to demoralize the superstars. You know, this only makes the game better. Right, the kids still going to love Steph and KD for who they is, James Harden, all these people for who they is, but you want to see something crazy happen. And people like Alvin Gentry always kept things from like that happening because they was more involved in themselves than realizing like what the state of Louisiana would feel like if they see that.
Yeah, and the only reason like I'm bringing this stuff up is because in the time of certain stuff when like I always was the brother like the older brother that I went to the University of Kentucky. I went, you know what I'm saying? So being from Detroit and then going into big time like organizations like that or stuff like that, I started learning like, okay, you got to play the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I used to always be trying to tell him,
just play the game.
Just play the game. You know what I'm saying? As but it was certain stuff that I learned from him. It's like certain stuff you just gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like it's bigger than getting that money or getting that starting spot or it's
because
like
that play the game. What does it really mean from somebody that's coming from one place and another place? That play the game to them might mean something totally different than to them. So it ain't play the game. You can't just tell every person play the game because it ain't like I'm doing nothing wrong, but I'm just the only way I survive this game is to stay raw and be me. Yeah, because that's the only way. If you tell me to go perform, I can perform. If I don't feel like Jordan Crawford, I ain't about to go out there and do that Jordan Crawford shit. That step back, sweet. Right. Shoot my first shot from half court because I got the balls to shoot it. But that's only because I'm trying to stay me. I'm trying to survive out here.
And you damn near castrating yourself by going to have these certain conversations, and it's like it's demoralizing to who you are. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and it's like
I get both because I had kids early, like as a teenager, so I done had to play the game corporate type shit, or like just I don't give a they think, but what's up? Yes, a boss. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I respect both paths. It's like I think it's a 50-50 a way you can take from what you're saying and both of y'all.
For sure. Because I mean, the hard you wouldn't want to. My route has been beautiful, but it is it is a tough road. Yeah. Like where I'm at now, where these kids seeing me at now, they seeing the victory lap. Yeah, that shit been tough. Yeah. Me being able to hoop and do this for Ice Cube, I ain't think this was coming 2-3 years ago. I'm like, man, they ever gonna give me my respect? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they seeing something now. Just I stayed within it all. I was staying, keeping my body right, keeping my mental right, having support for my family, keeping faith. But you know what I'm saying? You wanna be able to go into an establishment and it be easy every day. You don't want nobody bothering you or calling you out or you feeling like the eyeball. And it's an easier way than that. For sure.
Real
I got that motherfucker.
I got
give me my
congratulations, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Man, life be about
Big 3,
this
is the league, man. What's time about?
Yeah. And a lot of shit we talking about is just real. It's not like no bitter story. It's
it's a progression story.
Look where we sitting at. You know what I'm saying?
It's like it's a redemption story, bro. And you seeing like you able to see like look back hindsight 2020. See what you might have could have did different. Maybe you take that meeting with Kurt. Maybe you don't. But it's like either way, you are where you are now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like at this point, I feel like great addition to any roster. You know what I'm saying? Selfishly, I love to see him on the Pistons, but it's like, man, whatever God got for you, bro,
for sure.
I think it's gonna be beautiful, dog, because you deserve it.
I only can play in the Big 3, man.
Hey, listen, my bad. Hey, Rich Paul. Hey, we need to get Clutch on the line. That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah, Brian, man, let that go, man.
Yeah, come on,
you know what I'm
I love you, baby.
We trying to run purple gold, man. What's up? But see, that's what I mean. That's where you marry the like the ideologies in the sense of like I'm gonna go meet with them, but I'm gonna be myself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to just not taking it.
Yeah,
you know
for sure. For sure.
But it's like you was a young boy. Like you gotta remember, like you was 20 something.
But that's why I brought up the stuff about when coaches say my door is open.
Yeah,
Like
what does
looking
that
back
mean?
now,
You
can
get it
easily
now.
go do that for 15 minutes as we go through. You know what I'm saying? But then it was like I can't even relate to that.
Yeah.
Hey,
The
man.
champs, baby.
Championship.
The
The champ, man.
Enemies, the real ones.
What, you gonna mix it up a little bit?
This is the league.
No,
Hey,
sir.
you can pour it. Yeah.
But congratulations is in order, bro.
Yeah.
Because like why White was talking, you know what I'm saying? Like you just feel it. You feel the journey.
Yeah.
And I like how you brought it back and we all kind of like just see the whole path that, you know, the roller coaster you've been on, bro. So now to get your moment, sky's the limit for the future,
And
bro.
it came out of nowhere. Only, man, amen.
How,
Amen. Hallelujah.
Like, can you talk about that? Like, did you get a call? Like, how does that work? Did Nick hit
For
you
what?
up? Like
I
for
mean,
the big three?
last year Gil hit me up to replace. I replaced Elijah because Elijah went and did something. So for them 2 games, but this year, yeah, they redrafted me, and none of the teams drafted me, and I beat all the teams and won the chip.
So every team had a chance to get you.
Yeah,
Your name was
twice.
in the pool.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 times actually, because last year
Right.
nobody drafted me last year.
Damn.
Then this year they drafted me at the end of it.
We gonna get you together, Cube, man.
Yeah,
We gonna get you
Cube, it
together,
almost
baby.
ain't happened, man. That's why it almost ain't happened. You know what I'm saying? This beautiful thing almost ain't happened.
This was one of the best seasons, I feel like. You know
Oh
what I mean?
man, yeah, it was.
But I was plotting on it from the beginning. When they came to Detroit in 2019, I went. And I mean, I seen it was dope from the jump.
Yeah, okay.
Man, Big 3 champion, Big 3 finals MVP. I think with all that said, man, it might be time for Q to pull up, man. You know what I'm saying?
We gonna get Cube. We gonna get Cube,
Come
man.
on.
We gonna be on next Friday too. He said, Cube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Friday in Detroit.
Hey, listen, man.
They just dropped the pack over here. He trying to, you know what I'm saying?
I am a comedian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen, you done broke hella careers, man. And I look like Doughboy back in the day, too. So it's like, we definitely got to talk to him. But I want
Moving
to,
Craig would be hard.
you know what I'm saying? Come on,
man.
man. What they
What?
doing, bro? Let me get in last Friday just for a little real quick.
Yes, sir.
But I want to talk about, like, just like that you did where you was the first to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like your personality is like, you're going to be who you are, but it ain't no fake shit. You just going to get what you know, who you are. And it's like, if you keep it real, you good. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as some fake come in, it seems like that's where the problem starts. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say a contender, a team that want to win, that's all like we all in. You know
I
what I'm
can
saying?
deal with the fake stuff, man. I'm matured.
All right.
But no,
No, I feel you. No, I mean, of
but
course
no,
not.
yeah, for
But
sure.
like, I know we was talking. You was telling me he was the first ever to represent and rock the triple Bs.
The first NBA
big-
player.
the
Probably
big
the first
baller
basketball player, period, besides.
yeah, big ball. I rocked the big ballers, the Lonzo balls, the LeVar balls.
Yeah. So like, where
in
that
the NBA.
where that come from? Was that like something you just wanted to do because you respected what they was doing? And you got brothers, you know what I'm saying, or was it like do you know LeVar? Like
No, I
what's the
think
game?
it was all of the above as far as the brothers and they all playing, but also just what he was doing, what LeVar was doing was crazy. And
Cutting
everybody
edge.
and then in the midst of being able to continue to do it while everybody calling you crazy, that's another level of faith. So, I mean, getting back in the NBA, being able to rock the big ballers, I mean, that was, I'm happy to be the first to do that. Copped them for like $600.
That's crazy.
I got about 4-5 pair though. They gave me
What?
after I rocked them, they sent me a pair.
Oh, that's fine.
You know what I'm saying? I was trying to sign with them. I was trying to get AD over there too. You know what I'm saying? when Nike ain't want to get AD his signature shoe, I was trying to get AD.
But just to piggyback off what he's saying, dog, it's like where it come from is like our mom has always been someone like years ahead of her time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So seeing LeVar willing to be courageous enough to jump out there and, go up against Nike and all these people,
All
you know
the
what I'm
powers
saying?
that be. Yeah.
We seen it from our mom. Like our mom was like, a visionary. Like, she was trying to start her own female sports agency and backing us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She the reason we in this building, bought a building right, you know what I'm saying, off the river.
Off the river
You
walk.
know, yeah,
right.
you feel
Yeah.
me? So it's like seeing LeVar do that, it was like, bro, that's dope as hell. Like you you know, especially being in this game and, you know, what we all went through, him trying to start his own shoe line so his kids can always have income.
Right.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
the family, for generations to
For
come.
generations to come,
Yeah.
and black business. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, bro, like, we gotta support that. That's dope as hell. You know what I'm saying?
LeVar is one of the main reasons a lot of these people a lot of these colleges and other semi-pro leagues got to dig in their pocket and pay these players. You know what I'm saying? Because that league he created
Yeah.
put a big dent in what everybody was trying to do,
sure.
bro. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
like,
where the Ignite came. G League Ignite came all about.
yeah.
Yeah.
And to see the way, like, as Cube would say, like, the gatekeepers, they try to control the narrative for everybody else that's just watching. So it's like they paint this picture of LeVar crazy as hell.
Yeah.
But then they go do the same exact that he did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's anything to upset the apple cart or whatever, how they say it. It's like, that's like frowned upon. But with y'all two, like you said, your mom's, like, I was asking, like, it's like a revolutionary spirit or something there, or just a defiance that I'm not just gonna lay down and just play it how you want to give it to me. I'm gonna take this.
You don't want to say defiance. It's just this is the best for everybody.
Yeah.
Really. Even if it hurts your ego a little bit. This is what's best. Cause our mom, she was like, when I was coming up in the hoop, she was on some like, no, tell him you a point guard. Don't say shooting guard. We like, Mom, it don't matter.
Right. I'm just getting
But
on
like,
court.
yeah, like that don't matter. But now when the opportunities got limited once I got older and they start just listing me as a shooting guard, come off the bench guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But all these times because I wasn't a point, it did come back to play in a certain.
Yeah, because all they want is scoring off the bench from you, but you like, my game is so much bigger than that, so much more than that.
Yeah.
She seen it when
She just knew stuff, like dealing with an all-male industry, being willing to go talk to them and tell them, like, hey, we need this, or is this going to happen? You know, asking them uncomfortable questions.
Right.
Yeah.
But to be able to do that just shows just, like, the visionary she was and how she was just sharp. You know what
My
I'm saying?
mama still got Izzo number, Tommy Amaker number. She got everything. She knew what that was before we knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was like, man, seeing LeVar do that, and then also trying to support Lonzo. I know that's what it was. Like, how hard the league was coming down on Lonzo for wanting to wear his dad's, not his dad's shoes, the family shoe.
Yeah, right, his shoe.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, to this day, I know that was so much pressure on Lonzo, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like,
And they still talking about it like that's why he got knee injuries. Like, come on, like where that's coming from?
And, like, when he put them shoes on, bro, we like, and that was the crazy. That's what made us see bigger too. Was he just did that for the love of
support
of
love,
Lonzo, but the hate that came with that from.
Yeah,
Like,
talk
Like,
about
we
that.
love Nike, bro.
Yeah, what was the
You
hate?
know what I'm saying?
What hate
Well,
come with?
I couldn't, like, every NBA team get Nike sent for each player. Like, you can go into the equipment room and just get some Nikes. After I rocked the LeVar balls, the Lonzo balls, whatever,
Yeah,
I went to the equipment room trying to get some Nikes. They was like, you can't get no Nikes.
what?
Nike said they ain't send you no shoes.
No size, whatever is for
Ain't
Mr.
no
Crawford.
more. This happened. This for real. This is a real thing.
It's
But it
business cutthroat, but
Yeah.
come on, what we talking about?
Couldn't wear
It's
no.
crazy.
It was like, yeah, they ain't sending you no more.
And then what you do?
And then
Hey,
what?
but this is just
And then what?
this is just a story that all comes with him because when he like, okay, you just got called up for a 10-day. You the biggest story in New Orleans, right with AD and Cousins now. And now you wearing the big baller brand shoes.
Triple B's.
ZO2s?
You know what I'm saying?
If you
Like the
throw me
coach.
if you throw me on that court, I'm gonna hit some shots.
Yeah, and the coach is looking at him like, you know, I'm gonna let you talk about it.
Nah, for sure. That's how I go. You don't realize then, but yeah, that's just you messing up the pecking order. You changing the dynamic of how it's supposed to be done, regardless if we win or not. You too much.
Got you. And off of some shoes, bro.
Awesome. It's
It's
everything.
It's
Yeah.
everything, but it's
But-
really it's just
That shoe, put it over the top.
Yeah, the shoes is like, 'cause
Hey,
it's like,
Lonzo, you got with us,
Come on,
man.
We need some, come
Big
on.
baller. We some big ballers, baby.
Hey, man, all my sons, BB, listen, man.
He got to bring him back, bro.
He got to, bro.
LaMelo had to go get that $100 million, man. Respect. And that was the dope thing about LeVar when he said it. He was like, "Yeah, they can still wear Nikes. They can still go this. But when that's all over, they can still come back and have their own shoes."
Yeah, facts. Facts, man.
Puma, they got
them looking sweet.
Yeah,
it's hard.
My son got some of them Pumas.
yeah.
They popular for sure. Like you can't just go in there and get them. Like them boys be sold out.
And that's what like. When we talking about this new age of like the big three and the NBA and Nike and Puma and entrepreneurship, that's what them big brands that's been around forever know is it ain't guaranteed that we gonna be the biggest thing forever. Right, so any small little thing like off a 10-day contract wearing some triple B's is a threat.
Yeah.
And the method of like big business is you kill an ant with a sledgehammer. You know what I'm saying? So any little thing coming up, you do everything in your power, you overkill it.
Yeah.
So it's like they should have sent a memo or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's wild. Like you know what I'm saying? I mean, but hey,
they could have sent the memo like, "Yo,
it's business, man. Listen, whatever team shows available, we rocking them boys. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna have a big baller brand undershirt on. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we represent. We representing, man. So it's just a lot going on in the league right now. Not really going on in the league, but with the USA. Hold on, let me get my man name because I want to.
Noah Lyles.
Yeah, Noah Lyles. I forgot his name.
Noah sure is loud, huh?
Noah Lyles, dog. Noah Lyles. No, he lying. So he mad that they calling the NBA championship the World Championship. Before we get into it, I just want to hear what you got to say.
I want to hear Blood because I seen Blood.
Because earlier
Blood
you
posted
said
he was on there. He was on Noah.
Yeah, tripping, man.
Because earlier you said the Big Three is a World Championship because they
But
won it in London.
the big three got a
They
world
won it in
championship
London.
too.
You know what I'm saying? That's a world. That's
The big three. I think Noah was tuned in to CBS.
You feel me?
That's all he
World
said.
champions of the world, Craig. That's all I'm
champ.
saying. What's up, Blood? How you feeling about Noah Lyles?
I just disagree with what he said, man. And I mean, he wasn't like completely wrong, you know what I'm saying, with what he said, but bro, come on, dog. Like
It ain't like we don't win the gold medal every time.
I feel like we got more. I think the USA men's basketball got more gold medals than the world combined. And I might be wrong, but I think from what I seen them win way more than they've lost. You know what I'm saying? The NBA is the #1 league in the world. You know what I'm saying?
In the world, by far.
You could take any team from the NBA. I feel like play against a team abroad, and I feel like in a 7-game series they will win. You know what I'm saying?
Any team,
I feel like any team,
even the teams that don't make the playoffs.
Even the last year Pistons.
I take the Pistons. Oh no. You know what? I ain't gonna say every
any
team.
playoff team or something like that. Like
Yeah, I think it's not even close if you take the top NBA team compared to the top EuroLeague team or the top team in any other continent. I think it won't be close. I think the best players.
Did y'all see that Australian team beat the Phoenix Suns last year?
yeah, we talked about it. I remember that one.
Yeah.
I'm just
had
saying.
the
What
pod.
we saying?
Who was their main players?
That was preseason. Too.
Huh?
Who was their main players?
What was the main
Talking about
player?
Americans.
That's all I'm
It
saying.
was Americans.
You feel what I'm saying? The NBA ain't got no limit
But
on
the
how many-
NBA is the NBA.
And they NBA.
If you know what I'm saying? That
So
don't
that's why I
mean
said if I was to say, because I mean any day, any team.
we're not
can go back and
talking.
Get caught.
We're
You feel
not
what I'm
talking
saying?
about. We're not talking about Americans
Uh-huh.
versus. You know what I'm saying? If we say America got the best basketball players, I agree.
Yeah.
But the NBA don't act like the America got the best basketball players.
I don't know why they don't act like that.
For sure.
And it's like any other.
But like, I'm gonna get right back.
Yeah.
But on that game, the Suns was playing preseason basketball. The NBL, the 36ers, whoever they is, they was fighting for their life.
The
They
Suns
made-
started fighting for their life when they seen them motherfuckers was hooping.
missing, like-
and they couldn't just flip on no switch.
Yeah,
Can't turn
it
that
was
switch
switch
on.
on. And it was over.
It ain't no just no big difference. When it comes to these NBA teams now, the way they shaping it up, NBA teams versus another team is really ain't no difference. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now Americans versus, Europeans and other players, I think it's still a difference.
Or the
In
full,
the
full
7-game
collective of the
series.
NBA
Yeah.
versus that league. You taking the NBA, of course. But
Yeah, the Americans still talent-wise, we still the best.
Mm-hmm.
But when you talk about teams and you go put an NBA team, and I'm talking about pretty much any team, like them Nuggets team go against a EuroLeague team in one game, it's up and down. Now 7, I can see where a lot of top NBA teams will overcome.
Yeah.
Like even we said, like the Australian team, right?
Yeah.
Like what you seen was like some cats who probably got the caliber to play in the NBA. And they probably ain't get that opportunity. But they showing you like, yo, I should be in this motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. And at
That's
the same
fine, too.
time,
Yeah.
it's still, like I said, at the same time, it's still Americans. You go overseas and play abroad, you only allow 2 to 3 foreigners per team. NBA, you can have as many foreigners as you want. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was saying, like, and another reason Noah Lyles comment pissed me off, bro, because it was just like, you came at, like, why you ain't say nothing about the MLB or the NHL?
That's what I was gonna say. Every sport call it
Everybody
world
call themselves
champions,
the world
bro.
champions, you know what I'm saying? And even in
Tigers
baseball,
are world
was jealous.
champions.
That was a little jealousy over
Yeah.
because, you know, NBA players just get the most love. Everybody love them.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit of that. And it showed in the way he said it. Like, even though what he said wasn't all the way wrong, he still, it came out of a place where it was like, you jealous more than anything. Right. But my take from it, the NBA players shouldn't have got that mad over it. It made it bigger than it was. If y'all would have ignored it, he would have looked like the clown.
KD had the best response to me, bro. It was just like,
What'd he say?
somebody help this brother.
I'm gonna be honest. I'll be kind of confused, is because a lot of these star NBA players act like they mad about being in the NBA. They mad about doing interviews. They mad about how they being treated. But then when somebody say that, they mad at them.
They band together though.
Like,
It was mad together.
so what is it? Do y'all like playing in the NBA or don't?
And they love that.
I don't know what.
They definitely love it. They just be confused. They be wanting to get mad at shit that ain't no reason to get mad at.
Ain't no reason to get mad at.
Because then, you know, and then you got to deal with some stuff. No matter how much you making, you is working for somebody. That's just how it is. The NBA players trying to act like they ain't. But that ain't nothing wrong with that. Everybody working for somebody.
I thought it was
But I do love how players are now taking control, and you see all these player podcasts popping up. I mean, that's what we are. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, in the sense of we working for ourselves. We ain't got nobody controlling what we say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like
facts.
you seeing old media, and I think that's the first to go is going to be the media, and then eventually the league, I feel, might follow suit, where it's more of a players' league, where it ain't all that hierarchy. But it'll probably never stop.
But yeah, it needs to always be pecking order. It just needs to be like basketball. When you do other corporations where you sit behind the desk, this stuff don't matter. It's gonna be that political stuff. But when it comes to political with sports, it's like you gotta understand, you gotta let the sports dictate what's gonna happen. Like if it's this person that ain't supposed to be the headliner, make himself the headliner because he played the best, you gotta go with that story.
Yep.
Don't try to control what's going on this court. That's instincts and adrenaline, and I can't react the right way when my emotions going crazy. Then you trying to judge me off that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it ain't right.
let the basketball dictate. Let the sport dictate the business. It's my only
do it
beef.
the backwards way, the business dictating, but media is like they care about where them dollars at. So like you see Cam and them, they getting 8 figures because all the viewership is going over there, and it's like the shit changing. We want to hear the game a different way. We want to hear somebody call out, like you said earlier, like some type of commentator that's giving us game, that's like teaching it. But it ain't that no more.
Yeah,
it's all corporate.
Yeah, I think it should be like 50-50 for real. Because if it just become all players, the players don't want to hear no criticism.
Yeah, they need
you know
criticism.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I want to hear like 50-50.
I want to hear criticism from other players that was good, that I respect.
And there got to be some type of balance too, because like I heard some podcasts, I'm like, I might need to stick to the hoop shit, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you got to have some type of dialogue, dialogue with what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And you got to have some, how can I say? Yeah, you gotta have some dialogue. You gotta talk about something. It can't
you
be
can't just
dry
pull
as
nothing
hell,
from no
you know?
hat. Yeah,
exactly.
Make it about something that's really current events that's going on. Exactly. And you got to pull from for
I
sure.
ain't trying to hear Jordan versus Brown all day.
Damn. bro.
I ain't trying to hear that. I mean, it's a lot of them I rock with though that is doing good, but just anything but just all ESPN every time.
And that's my beef with the thing with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, you can come down here and help us so much with this hoop world right now. Right. It's in chaos. If we all respect you, if you come give us what's going on every day, like you be around every day, you can lead. Yeah. When you want to come out the air and just diss Steph Curry, it's like, damn, bro.
Yeah, all the OGs on something.
Yeah,
like Dr. J list, his list was crazy.
I don't think Dr. J was hating, bro.
I ain't say hating. I said his list was crazy. The list was crazy.
But Doc is even before Mike. Yeah. So Mike, he got a different perspective than everybody that's value Mike as the highest. Was saying Mike was the next Dr. J.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why Doc feel that way. He like, no, Nate Archibald.
Right.
All that Curry.
Y'all know about Nate Archibald. I ain't see it.
Nate Archibald was the first to lead the league in scoring and assists in the same year. Yeah. That ain't been done yet.
Yeah. He like Nate Archibald. That's all that y'all talking about.
Yeah, and that's like I think me and him was talking about that with Mike. Is like, bro, like y'all time has passed.
Yeah.
These new players that, Steph ain't a new player, but you know what I'm saying? It's his time. He does have a right to sit at the table and be like, yo, you can either go with me or Magic.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. Like, see, Jordan see that as a threat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From a newer era is taking over with somebody from his era that he took out. He like, nah, I got to come defend this shit. So like, Archie was the realest. He got 5 rings. That's more than 4. It was like, what Steph doing? But it's like, nah, bro, we got to have that conversation now. It's a real
You got to come down. You got to come and talk.
Man. Yeah, come talk.
You just did an interview with Steph Curry on the golf course. Right. Now you want to come sneak this out of nowhere.
I'm just saying, we was talking about that first. You know what I'm saying? I remember I remember y'all killed me. The comments killed me. I said Steph I was like, is he the best point guard ever? I was posing a question and was getting shot down for it.
He has every right to say he is. He has every right to say he's the best player ever.
In the NBA.
In the NBA.
Because now it's the big 3.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can win the chip.
That's what I want to hear.
I don't know if he can win the chip.
That's what I've been waiting on.
Is he gonna challenge that? I don't know.
You gotta come in the big. You gotta come in the big.
They gotta come see you in the big 3, huh?
Hey, I am the champ. Y'all gotta look.
Steph, you do need a lot of screens without the ball, don't he?
First off, I like Steph.
No, we love Steph.
Yeah, we got all Steph love over here.
So I ain't getting into that.
Talk. Hey, no, we the big 3.
No, but no. I'm saying I am the champ at the big 3. They gotta come see me. Bowser for sure.
They gotta come to the D if they want to. You know what I'm saying?
You know what happened when you faced Bowser and lost? You got thrown off. I was thrown off.
All I'm saying is
niggas got to start over.
Jaylen Brown pulled up to the big 3. You know what I'm saying, for the All-Star game. We bigging that up. Steph can pull up.
Oh, that was Jaylen Brown doing that was hard.
That's a big move,
bro.
That had a lot of them upset in front offices.
But and I seen how dominant he would have been if he would have played in the big 3, because he was looking scary out there. All that room with just 3 people. Yeah. He dunking about 7 times.
But I am just happy of the era we living in now, where basketball players have more opportunities, and I think the narrative is changing as far as whether you in the NBA or not, that your career is over or you did something wrong. That's the only narrative that I want gone, is if you're not in the NBA, you're not good enough, or you did something wrong.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Or you can't play no more, or it's over. You know what I'm saying? It's like
there's a lot of killers hooping in other places. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I like about even DeMarcus Cousins. Like seeing him, where was he? He was
Puerto Rico.
He was in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that
balling.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You can't hide that people can still play, and that's what I like. It's like, no, he's still one of the best centers.
It can get scary too.
Man, what?
It can get scary real quick, because these people in Dubai, they got a lot of paper on them, and the way they paying these soccer players,
Saudi, bro,
all that. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody link up, whether it's KD or somebody with some pull, Kyrie, start a league, can get scary real quick.
Q going to Saudi next year. Watch. Saudi gonna call Q.
I seen the extension where he says London and Toronto for right now, but he gonna keep expanding.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, that's about to blow, bro. It's gonna get global for sure.
I'm taking
Because
it to Abu Dhabi. Like,
reason I'm saying that, bro, like you just said, the world, now the 3-on-3 is a part of the Olympics, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they started that after
the Big Three.
bro.
After
Like,
Q.
yo.
Yeah.
So what? Like Cube needs some involvement with the Olympics,
Man,
like
come
on some
man.
Colangelo type. Like,
It's good, man.
It's coming, bro. The time coming, bro.
hey, real though, I would have laughed, but you right, bro. Like,
Oh,
they say they activists and all that, but that should be selective.
You ain't seen
activism.
nobody repose Jaylen Brown. Nobody
Facts, bro.
said nothing, bro.
I'm telling you, bro.
You
They sent
said
the memo
nothing.
out. Don't say shit about the Big Three, and it's just like,
But it ain't gonna stop. It ain't gonna stop, bro. That's what Ice Cube on. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ice Cube, bro.
Hey, Q for sure.
Shout out to Cube, bro.
Everybody that
Q,
you know what I'm saying,
Jaylen
making
Brown.
that legit. It was very top class, first class organization. Flights on time, money on time, everything first class service. You know what I'm saying? Getting money every week. You know what I'm saying? Taking care. They flying people's wives in, kids. They taking care of everybody.
hey, Big Three, we don't mind traveling, bro. Y'all need
Sure
you know what I'm
don't.
saying?
Yeah.
we are available for all that. We, you know,
how
they
this
need a
thing
little
out
pod
here,
on it.
man.
This is the league, man.
This is the league.
So-
Man. We done won that thing for sure.
I called the Pistons like a year ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? I knew somebody, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say his name.
Right.
I was like, oh, can we get Jordan in the training camp, but blah, blah, blah. He was like, you know I love Jordan. His talent is incredible. He was like, but? I'm like, but what? He like, come on, bud. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? This is the narrative that's just out there that is like, bro, what is it? What are you talking about? What did you hear? What is it? Nothing.
It's just they.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing.
That be that blackball narrative paint that I hate, bro. Like, you gotta see what it is.
What my do? Look at him right now. What
got no bodies.
Got a big.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't got no bodies out here. Every time I'm around, he respectful. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nobody. You know what I mean?
We ain't
It's
got
just,
me
I
a
don't-
chip in
He
the
a
big
champion,
three. That's
bro.
it.
He a champion.
He got me a little
dog.
chip. That's
That's
it.
all I did.
You
You
see
know,
what happens,
one
so-
thing, you know, what I learned is just, you know what I'm saying, that male-dominated industry, you know, it's a lot of egos. It's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, you're dealing with that alpha versus alpha all the time.
Yeah.
So somebody like me, what I noticed too was they knew on top of how I walked around and talked, whatever, they knew if they threw me on the court too, I was going to back up what I talked. So that's what really made them be like, no, we just got to get him out of here.
Yeah, this organization cannot be in his
Yeah,
hands.
we just got to get him out of here because if we put him on the court, it's out of our control.
Yeah.
Now he getting influences by not instant grits
Fans
coming
and
about.
all that, yeah.
Now I'm on,
Instant grits.
you know what I'm saying? I'm on grit boxes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It get out of hand quick, so you got to control it.
Is it an ideal situation that would fit you well? Like if you had to like just say what it is.
I mean, I just love being, you know, I love being, at this point, I just love being playing basketball still because it's just a cheat code to being in shape and just feel like you living right. Yeah. So I ain't even tripping on like, of course I'm going to want to play if I get on the team. Right, yeah, I'm going to want to get minutes. But I know how to deal with not getting none. But, you know, well, of course I want to play on the Pistons. You know, I think that just makes so much sense from a helping standpoint.
Yeah.
Of multiple ways. The young players.
You can slow down
coach.
Jaden Ivey, get his pace
Yeah,
together.
I
You know what I'm saying?
I can let Jaden Ivey know exactly why it got to be like Jaden Ivey dumb explosive, but it ain't the Russell Westbrook explosive to where you can just lose your mind and just jump.
Because Russell kind of like more stocky, you know what I'm saying?
And he just can't jump as high as Russ.
Yeah,
Russ
he
was
was
just
different.
That shit
explosive,
one-on-one,
getting
dog.
past and go up. Ivy is like in transition, yeah, he can always get to the rim. But at that rim, you ain't finishing over top of every single person.
Right.
Russ was.
Exactly.
So now you got to understand, like, you got a jumper. Shoot that.
Use them
So
money.
they'll believe you going to just shoot every time. Then you can get to the hole, they be open. You can sneak by somebody when they think you're going to shoot and you're going to make it.
You got to know how to – what I think you would be great too, and with the experience is you got to know how to catch your rhythm in different ways.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I'm saying? Because I know as a young player, for me, it was like I wanted to get to the hole.
Yeah.
And once I get to the hole, everything else is going to open up.
Yeah.
But then when you not the number one option, sometimes you got to –
that catch and shoot.
you got to catch and shoot,
one,
and then that might be your rhythm or something. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and you just got to find ways. And that usually comes from watching other talented players in practice, like somebody like you. So now when you telling them, they like, no, he know. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what it's all about. That's why I'm so appreciative of what's going on. Even the next generation get to see me playing live and get to know. So when we come up here and talk, we ain't just talking. Like that interview we had, the first No Blood, No Fire, that was right before the Big Three. Now we're here doing this one. This is after the chip.
And you the champ, huh?
Come on, man. We ain't just talking.
We ain't just talking at all, man.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, when
we say let there be light, the lights come on, huh?
Real.
It's a difference between fake motion and real motion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not that IG shit.
Yeah, this ain't.
Hell no.
This is the league, man.
This is the league, man. We ain't got a chip on them folks, for sure.
Carter make his debut, dog. No blood,
Hey,
man.
man, come on,
Carter.
What's up, baby?
Come here, man. Come here. Come make your debut, man.
And look, while
No
he coming,
blood.
talk about the 3-on-3 tournament that
Oh yeah, man. Fading the Focus, we hosting a 3-on-3 league for kids 6 to 12. Right now we at capacity, but you can still pull up to the games on Fridays. Come check it out. Come over here, big fella.
and it's another one coming up soon that you're doing after this.
Yeah,
one,
after this one, we got 2 weeks left, and then we got playoffs, and then we're gonna take maybe like 2 to 3 week break, and then we're gonna get right back to it. This is one of our players right here, Carter Jordan, Young Blood. Come over here, man.
Carter Jordan, Young
This is my
Blood.
this is my-
Had game with a name like that.
Looking sweet.
Say what up, though.
What up, though?
All right, yeah, man, that's my young one right
Hey,
here,
yeah, man. Listen, man, we got young prospects in here. You know, we got our finger on the pulse. That's all I'm saying.
Already.
Signing
We out, man. No blood, no fire.
Thanks to Sid's coming in.
Sis and this boy, man. We popping bottles, man. The championship.
This is the league.
Show you wonder where the crime. Show you wonder where the crime. No blood, no fire. Hey, count the baby in the fire. Hey, blood is thicker than water. Well, I'm a splash brother, my jumper is aqua. They pass me the rock at the end of the quarter, cause I am a bucket, step back from the corner.